A new exhibit called Passages is coming to the Oklahoma City Museum of Art in May. The historical significance of the works are profound. The exhibit is making its world premiere here in Oklahoma. And with me here today to talk about the exhibit is Scott Carroll, director of the Green Collection, and Glenn Gentili with the Oklahoma City Museum of Art. Thank you so much for joining me.
Our pleasure.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
This is so exciting.
It is.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us what people will see in the exhibit.
Well, probably the most outstanding collection of biblically related artifacts under one roof in a museum. Wow. Aside from the British Library, perhaps a visit to the Vatican Library, but certainly relating the King James next to the British Library in the world. So, and it's not just printed English Bibles, it will include a Dead Sea Scroll,
wow,
an unpublished Dead Sea Scroll. Some of the earliest texts of the New Testament, very early and rare. Medieval Bibles and in all sorts of languages, and not just written text, but beautifully illuminated with gold and artifacts that are painted and so forth. But then tracing all the way through time to the beginning of the printing press, rare hand-copied early English Bibles that were preserved by martyrs, and the kind of the story in and around that, and then in through the story of the Reformation and Catholic scholarship, and all of these things merging to the result of the King James Bible, which is the 400th year anniversary of the printing of the King James Bible, and so that's the major focus of this. But a book is a piece of art, and so these will be 300 plus artifacts of things on display.
That's incredible, and some of the artifacts are even. I remember you saying before we went on camera, mummy masks?
Yes, we'll have some mummy masks. Well, what we do, papyri comes from Egypt. We get the word paper from it. And they, in a certain region in Egypt, the way they made mummy masks and coverings is to build the infrastructure with paper mache, but was made out of discarded written papyrus.
Wow.
And so colleagues at Oxford and I have developed a process to preserve the artistic elements, and then to literally cull some of these early texts of Homer and classical writings and scripture right out of the insides of these mummies. Lost, unknown work of Aristotle.
Wow, that's so neat.
Don't tell anybody.
I know. Oh, that's so amazing.
That's cool.
That obviously very exciting.
Well, it wasn't for my wife at first when I was developing this process in her soup pot on the kitchen sink, on the kitchen stove, but she could smell every time the dissolved mummy mask. But it yielded wonderful results.
Incredible. It's incredible. How exciting! And for Oklahoma City, this is going to be a huge impact for Oklahoma City.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that description of what visitors are going to see and be able to take away with them is indeed profound, like you said. I mean, this is an opportunity that doesn't come along every day. The number of artifacts related to the Bible is significant. I mean, any one gallery within that exhibition would be a reason to come to Oklahoma and see it. So you're going to have an entire floor. The third floor of Oklahoma City Museum of Art is going to be an experience unlike any that you have had before. And I think people from throughout the region and the nation are going to come to Oklahoma City and visit this institution and see what a great town this is. You know, what great things going on between different neighborhoods and so forth. So I'm thrilled about that from a tourist perspective, but I'm also really excited about how people will see and navigate Scripture and the artistry within the books that are going to be presented and artifacts that they're going to kind of interact with. And this is going to be a very interactive exhibition. I mean, there's going to be electronic components to it that will expand your experience or provide access to what it is Dr. Scott Carroll is going to be presenting and curating for the museum, or well, actually, you know, with the Green Collection and so forth. So we're really excited to be able to do this.
It'll be great for kids too, from what I understand. Animatronics obviously will even be.
Absolutely. There will be a mascot, Louis the Lion, and Scott could talk more about the lion and his presence in history. But for kids, it will be a very friendly, interactive component that kind of leads you, and adults for that matter, leads you through the exhibition and tells you kind of, you know, I don't know, makes you feel comfortable, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And from Oklahoma City, it goes to the Vatican. So it's very amazing that we're getting this first.
Yes, this is true. We're delighted to start here because, of course, the collection is been put together by the Green family, and they're Oklahoma raised, and they're committed to the city, and that's important. They demanded that it begins here as a gift to the city.
That's so neat.
And then from there, yes, it goes in October to St. Peter's Square.
Wow.
And a joint exhibition, and only a component of it. So not the entire shooting match, so to speak, but only a third of it will be going to.
Oh, wow. Very neat.
So, yeah.
That's great. Thank you guys so much. Tell me your website if people want more information.
okcmoa.com, and the museum is going to be open expanded hours, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week for this exhibition.
Very nice.
Looking forward to
How
it.
exciting. Thank
It's
you so
great.
much.
Thank you.
Our pleasure. Thank you.